Hi, I'm Richard Sharp, and today we're going to be going over how to do a clean. And so there are a few variations to this, mainly just being what is referred to as the power clean and then the hang clean. And really the only difference between these is one starts literally with the barbell or the weights of the barbell sitting on the ground, and the other one you pick it up first and then you go down, and without it hitting the ground you go into your clean. And so I'll be teaching, just for the sake of ease, what is easier for me to teach with the PVC pipe in my hand. I'll be going over a hang clean, but all the steps are exactly the same for a power clean, except you're going to start straight from the barbell off the ground. And so cleans are an Olympic exercise or a power exercise, meaning they're very advanced. You want to make sure when you're teaching this, you're very careful about form. You want to make sure your athletes are advanced with the normal exercises. They have to be able to do a front squat. They have to be able to do a deadlift of whatever weight they're cleaning to even be able to attempt to clean it. You can't even attempt to clean anything that you can't deadlift. You can't attempt to clean anything that you can't necessarily front squat or back squat for that matter. And so you just want to make sure they have the basics down. This is an advanced exercise, and you want to make sure your athletes know that. And so the easiest way to teach the clean, even though it's not necessarily an easy exercise to teach, there's a lot of steps involved in the clean, but the easiest way to teach it is basically in reverse order of what you do it, or how you do it when you're actually doing the exercise. And so the finish of the clean is going to be in a front squat position, and though it's hard to do without weight in your hand, you're going to try to get you're going to try to get all the way, into your front squat position. You're going to try to get the bar to your shoulders, and so you can't hold on tight to the bar when you're catching it, because there's no way you're going to be able to get it far enough back. You've got to let it roll. And so with weight on the bar, it would be sitting on my shoulders, and you're going to have it to a point where you could let go and still hold on to it just like this, only ideally you want your fingers to still be on the bar. And so just for the sake of teaching the catch, I'm not going to have it in that position. I'll just hold it like this, but you would never actually catch the bar like this. And so what's going to happen when you catch the bar, you're going to catch it with a little bit of a squat. And so you want to make sure first, as I said, your athletes know how to front squat, right? And so I'm not going to teach an entire front squat, but you want to know, depending on how advanced the clean is, and if you're going to go for an actual catch, you might actually go all the way into a front squat. But at the very least, you want to have a little bit of a dip for your catch, just to absorb some of the shock of the weight coming up. And so before that position, which is the final one, you're going to start overhand with a actual hook grip. This isn't just closed, but what you want to notice is my thumb is going first, and it's going to be tucked under my index finger and my middle finger. That provides the most grip strength you can have in an exercise, and you need it for these Olympic and power exercises. So having that common overhand hook grip is what you're going to have to begin with. And so the second, or I guess really it'd be the third, but going in reverse order, the second step of the clean is just that last pull. So from that last pull, you're actually not going to want to do a hip hinge yet. You're going to want to go straight down, like you're just dropping straight down to the ground without your butt going back. That's what you're going to do. And so going straight down, and you go down to about the middle of your thigh, maybe down to your knee, but not much farther than that, or else you're going to have to get a hinge. And so you're going from here, and then what you're going to do is you want to practice just pulling straight up. And so you're going to do that obviously with your legs. You're going to do a little bit of hip, having that push forward, and then you're pulling everything up. And so that's why this exercise is such a total body exercise. It works really everything in some capacity or another. You've got all your quad muscles, your vastus lateralis, your vastus medialis, your vastus intermedius, and then your rectus femoris. You've got all your hamstrings, your semimembranosus, your semitendinosus, and your bicep femoris. You've got your gluteus maximus, and even in that pull, obviously you've got your erector spinae that are just helping to stabilize. Just as in the deadlift, they're not really a main lifter of this lift, but they're being engaged anytime you want to stabilize a lift with your back. You've also got your traps, as well as all your deltoids working just on that pull. And so when you're going from that first step, you're pulling straight up. You don't really want to lean back, because that's going to set you off balance. That's going to increase your risk of injury in the back, and just in a poor way of failing the weight. And so you want to pull up, and it's okay for your feet to actually, not your feet to come off the ground, but for your heels to come off the ground in this. You actually go into your toes as everything is going straight up in this motion. And so that is your shoulders going up, your hands, once again in hook grip. They're gonna start off in a little bit of a curled in motion. And as you do this lift, they're gonna begin to actually go out too. So everything from your wrist, your legs to your wrists to your shoulders, even your heels going up. And that's when you go in to your front squat when you catch at the bottom. And so you want to make sure what's happening is you don't actually, unless you're very advanced, you don't have to go all the way down to a front squat when you catch. Because ideally, your deltoids and your traps aren't the main lifters in this exercise. You shouldn't have to get the bar up here to be able to catch it. But even if you can just get it here, what you want to do is go around the bar. You want to keep that bar path as straight as possible. Don't let it go too far forward. You want to keep it close to your body, not going out. And you're going to go up and then just get underneath the bar. You don't have to go all the way down. If you can, that's great. But going up and then down. And so going one more step in advance, or once again in reverse order, keeping that same grip. Remember, you're curled in at the bottom. You're going to go from straight down, and then you're going to hinge your hips down to right below your knee. And then the last step is going even farther than that, which is going to be about the middle of the knee. If you're doing a power clean, you're going to go with the bar on the ground, but with a hang clean, you would pretty much deadlift it and then go down to right below the knee or right at the knee, and then go into your clean. So putting all these steps together, as I said, it requires a lot of coordination, it requires memory, and so you want to get an athlete that already has a certain amount of muscle memory. An athlete that doesn't have to think about so much at once. So when you have an advanced athlete, they already have in their muscle memory, I never want to arch my back. They already have in their muscle memory how to do a front squat, how to get their hands into that position in a front squat for the catch. With a beginner athlete, it's a whole lot of things to think about if they don't already have those basics down. But with an advanced athlete, they can put them together a little bit better. And so just the best I can, without any weight on, I will demonstrate. And so you're going to go down first, straight down, and then with your hip hinge, keeping your neck neutral, not lifted up, not going tucked into your chest. Starting about the middle of your shin, you're going to go up, and the first step from about the middle of the shin to your knee is going to be a little bit slower. You're not going full explosiveness quite yet as far as speed is concerned. And so you're going to go here, and you're going to go up, 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 and once you get here, it's an explosion. That's when it gets fast. And so demonstrating the best I can with no weight. Once again, you're going to pick up the bar here, say you're in a power clean, and you're going to go up and down. And so I know that's hard to see. I'll try to emulate a slow motion version of that, but going in reverse order as we talk, pretty much right with the deadlift, keeping it close to your shins. Once you get to that knee, you're driving everything up. Once you get to your knees, and then just catching it underneath. As I said, it's an advanced exercise. There are a lot of things that in a 5 to 10 minute video you don't have time to focus on, and that's why this is an advanced lift for advanced athletes. But when done right, it's great because it incorporates a lot of different muscle groups, but B, it takes things that exercises like a back squat or a deadlift can't necessarily provide, and that's the aspect of power, meaning you're getting speed along with your strength, right? A deadlift, you get a lot of strength, but it's not necessarily a fast lift, especially when you're maxing out. You've seen videos probably of people very slow, right? They get to the top and they're struggling. That's great strength, but you're not getting any power. For an explosive athlete, any athlete that jumps, any athlete that runs, in track, you're exploding out of a block, right? Those are all explosive things that most sports have, and Olympic lifts, power lifts, are great for teaching and increasing that explosiveness that you need in an actual game setting. And so that's why we do hang cleans and power cleans, and that's also how you do cleans. Thank you.